Hi everybody, I'm Diana Pirillo, and this is my daughter Jedi Pirillo. This week we're answering questions asked by our community.
And by we mean you and me, her husband, Chris.
Yes.
Jennifer Campbell asks, what is your favorite baby gadget you have for Jedi?
I would have to say the baby wipe warmer. That has been a lifesaver. Only because she used to go from crying bloody murder every time I changed her diaper. Because, nobody wants a cold wipe on their bum, in the middle of the night while you're sleeping all warm. So when we got that, it turned into now she loves it. She loves getting her diaper changed. So that's my number one pick.
Red Martinson asks, how has your health been since postpartum?
Honestly, I think it's been great. I've been having lots of energy. I've slept very little, and somehow I've managed to just be either running on adrenaline or just so happy that I have this beautiful baby, healthy baby, that it's keeping me going. So I've honestly been doing great.
Red also asks, how is it to finally do things you couldn't do when pregnant?
It's nice, I gotta tell you. I do miss her being inside me and my belly bump, but it's so much easier, even putting on clothes, putting on socks, clipping my toenails, the smallest things you wouldn't think of. It's been nice.
Including sitting in that chair.
Yeah, that's true. It doesn't hurt my back. I just noticed that. It's kind of comfortable now.
You haven't sat in that chair since you were not pregnant.
That's true. And even the smells. For some reason, the smell, I don't know if it's the candles in here or the incense, but I couldn't come in here without feeling nauseated. But now it smells like nothing to me. So bizarre, but that's what pregnancy does to you.
Gigi Ongstad asks, do you miss being pregnant?
I do. And only because I know it was Jedi's home for a while. And, I just feel like it's weird, but I want to tell her she can always go back home whenever she wants to. As weird as that sounds. But I do miss being pregnant. It wasn't a hard pregnancy for me. So it could be different for others, but I loved it. It was great.
Maria Rodriguez asks, why didn't you show giving birth? Other vloggers who had babies did it. Of course, you don't want to show below. Just your reaction. I understand if it's personal.
Actually, we weren't allowed to show a lot of the stuff. They told us up front that we weren't allowed to film procedures and a lot of stuff. So, I would have liked to have recorded that, but even Chris, my husband, he was very much in the moment that we kind of just shared that moment and kept it to ourselves, which I don't regret. I know there's a couple things that we regret not recording, only to have it for us, but we weren't allowed to in our hospital.
Maria also asks, I want to know what you think of the name Jedi. I haven't heard from your side. I have nothing against it at all.
We had a couple names that we were kind of debating on, but I think once Chris told me, the significance behind the name, I kind of fell in love with it. And everybody loved it, including my parents, his parents, and it grew on me. And now it's, she's nothing more than Jedi to me now. Jedi is very special to us because the J is after Chris's mother, my mother-in-law, Judy, and then my mother is Elia, and that's where the E comes from. And then D for Diana. And then the I think we've all said it, it's for individual. And that means she can be whatever she wants to be in life.
Michelle Johnson asks, we have learned a lot about Chris's favorite shows, movies, hobbies, collectibles. Could you share some of your favorite things I love almost as much as Chris loves Star Wars with us?
I'm usually watching either the Food Network, the Travel Channel. I just love anything around food.
Michelle also asks, is there a particular mom or daughter activity you look forward to doing with Jedi when she's older?
Oh my my gosh, there's so many. Honestly, just a dresser like me, as weird as that sounds, I feel like we're gonna go out in public being dressed alike, and I'm not gonna push her into anything she doesn't want to do. Of course, I love painting my nails. I enjoy that stuff, and I think Chris has made a great point on, when she decides that she doesn't like any of the stuff we like, then that's absolutely okay. But I would love to paint her nails if she'd like to, and just kind of play with her hair and make her cute. I want her to be a little mini me, but if she doesn't, then that's okay too.
Vicky Case asks, how has it been with getting used to having a newborn baby around?
It's been wonderful, and even though I don't sleep that much, honestly, I feel like I'm still running on adrenaline. Like, I don't sleep, but I'm just so happy. I'm so happy she's here, and every time I even think about her being here and how happy I am, like, it makes me want to cry. Like, I'm so happy. It makes everything else seem like not important. Like, every little thing I used to think was a problem is nothing compared to just me wanting her to be happy and wanting her to be okay and be safe. And that's all I want. That's what I live for now.
One of the people we know in person, Shani Drake, who also happens to be a girl nerd, asks, do you think she'll grow up to be a girly girl or a tomboy? And your hair looks adorable.
Aw, thank you, Shani. That's sweet. Honestly, I think she's going to be a little bit of both, because I picture her wearing like a cute little white tutu with like a little Darth Vader t-shirt and cute little maybe sparkly shoes. I feel like she's going to be all over the place, which is awesome. She's going to be whatever she wants to be, and we're going to love her no matter what.
Diana Watkins asks, one thing you didn't expect as a mother was?
That's a hard question. I would say feeling this intense love for a baby, another human life, right away. Like, as soon as they put her in my arms, I couldn't stop crying. I was uncontrollably crying because of so much love I had for her. And I didn't expect that. I knew I loved her when she was in my belly, but it's just a whole different level once she was out and she's here. I would have to say that. Just the intense love you have for the baby that you created.
Next on the list was one question from Paola Gabby Madrid, and this dovetails your response. Isn't it such an amazing feeling knowing that you both created another amazing human being?
Yes, it is. And I even think, I loved Chris before, but I just have this whole new love for Chris because I see him with our daughter and just the way he treats her, and it's just it's so much, but it makes you so happy. Like, I'm so happy right now.
Nicola Louise Davies asks, would you have another baby?
Honestly, right now, I'm enjoying Jedi so much. Like, I want to, like, dedicate my life to her right now. I love her so much. So right now, I'm so content with just her. But, you never know. Things change, things happen, so who knows what's going to happen in the future. But right now, I'm completely okay with it just being her.
Katie Lakowski asks, what are your hopes and dreams for Jedi when she gets older?
Aww, we have to talk about her being older. I want her to be happy. I want her to pursue everything she wants to do. I know I'm going to support her no matter what, and no matter how old she gets. I want her to be happy.
Tom asks, at what age do you think it would be appropriate for Jedi to have her first smartphone?
Chris and I have talked about this before, and I think he's made a great point. I think as soon as they show that they're mature enough and responsible enough to own a phone, then that's the time we decide, we start thinking about maybe it's okay for her to have a phone When we say maturity, we're talking about respect for herself and respect for others, of course.
Andrew Lee asks, when is Jedi going to learn how to cook?
If she wants to, she doesn't have to, of course, because honestly, I didn't really cook until I met Chris. That was the first time I actually started cooking and started enjoying it. I mean, if she likes it, I would completely want to teach her.
Mandy Torres asks, what is the thing you love most about being a mommy?
I'm gonna start crying. I love everything. I love holding her. I love everything about being a mommy. I do. I think my favorite thing is after I feed her and I put her on my shoulder to burp, she kind of tilts her head to look at me for a while, and I feel like that's our bonding time. I love everything. I do. I honestly didn't think I would just fall into being a mother so easily, but I love everything about it. I wasn't expecting that question. Oh, I couldn't imagine my life any other way.